Uh, okay, once again, thank you everyone. We are 100 in the this meeting, and now we have started live streaming on YouTube. So we will share the link in a group. विकास जी डाल दो एक बार YouTube लिंक. ओके स्टार्ट करते हैं. एक बार टेस्ट कर लेना विकास, तुम वहां से देख ठीक आ रहा है मतलब यूट्यूब पे. Okay, so again, we are only 100 in the meeting, and this year again, year by year, we are growing. And am I audible?
Yes,
Any
yes,
thumbs
Sandeep.
up?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay,
Yes,
thank
you're
you.
audible.
Yes.
Okay, so so this year we have more than last year participants, and this is our every year experience. That's why I'm saying we are growing. And this year we will be having a race again in different groups. As per the original announcement, you might be knowing that the race groups or categories will be based on the age. So below 6 years is a one category, that is a 1.5 kilometer, and one of the parent will run with kid. So that is a one category. And we are very happy that this year right from 1.5 years kids are also participating. So it's really good, and we can really appreciate their enthusiasm is a one thing. Then 6 to 9 years is a same group, 1.5 kilometer only distance point of view, but they will independently they will run. Kids will run independently, no parents will run with them. We will come to this point. Okay, we know that 6 to 9 years also very small group. We will allow some parents to stay on the track or beside the track, but not running with the kid, just to take care, or if you want to cheer your kid. So that we will explain. This is for the 1 kilometer again, sorry, 1.5 kilometer, 6 to 9 years. Then 9 to 12 years is a 2 kilometer. Okay. First I'm describing explaining the categories what we had in initially announcement. Okay, 6 to 9 years, 1.5 kilometer independent. Then 9 to 12 years, 2 kilometer independent. And then 12 to 16 years, 3 kilometer. And then 16 above, we call it adult category. So all above 16 years, including the college going students or any adults 35 to 40 years, so those all will be in adult category. So these were the groups we initially announced. Okay, what we are doing, we are trying to we are trying to have a
Sandeep ji, are you
we are
sharing
trying to
your
have a
screen?
fair competition. And for that basic rule what we made is keeping a optimum number of kids in one group. So for
Sandeep ji,
example, is the best example is a
Sandeep
1.5
ji, are you
kilometer
sharing the screen?
independent runs or 2 kilometer. Yeah, Ronji, you want to say something?
Are you
Share your
sharing the
screen.
screen? Because we cannot see your screen.
आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है रोहन जी, सॉरी.
No, no, we are clear, Sandeep ji. Share your screen,
Okay.
please.
नहीं नहीं, now not yet started, just giving some
Okay.
basic information.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, okay, so okay, best example is a 1.5 kilometer or 2 kilometer. We have 85 entries. So asking 80 kids to run and finding out the 3 or 5 winners is not fair enough. So that's why we made optimum group. That's why we call it as optimum group of 25 to 30 kids. Or wherever not possible, we have made some 35 plus kids also in one group, but there will be more winners. So basically, we have tried to keep 25 to 30 kids in one group. So in 2 kilometer, the category was 9 to 12 years. So because we have three groups, around 80 plus 80 plus entries are there. So subgroups. Subgroups are like 9 to 10, 10 to 11, and 11 to 12. So 2 kilometer only. Basic criteria was 9 to 12 years, but in that subgroup, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12. So that kind of based on the age, we have made this arrangement and group formation. So hopefully the parents are okay with this, and it's a really midway what we found out. Okay. Then some basic instructions. Okay, so whatever description, whatever explanation, so information we are sharing today, so those all will be, you will receive in an email, but maybe after this meeting, late night today. So you can refer to that also, because all are not able to join the meeting. So we'll share it in each and everything, right from in which group your kid is. Okay, that one also we are sharing with you, so you can focus on that. Like for example, your kid is in a age group, so then you can focus on age group activities, like when the race is going to start, where they are going to meet, and everything is a one thing. Another thing, tomorrow 8 a.m. You have to report. So okay, now I start sharing the screen. Visible?
Yes. Yes, we can see.
Okay, so so tomorrow, everyone, irrespective of your age group, category, group, all have to reach the venue at 8 p.m. Sorry, 8 a.m. Okay, 8 a.m. And assembly points. Okay. Again, this one also we will share via email and in the WhatsApp group also. That major, bigger WhatsApp group is there. We will share everything there. So these are the meeting points. Okay. So this is a Komatsugawa Park. If I am assuming most of the people know this park, and if you don't know, then just more brief is like this is left side is coming from the Ojima or Higashi Ojima station, and here is a bigger slide. Uh, there is a one big slide is there. This is the location. So based on that, you can imagine the next part. Going upside here, it comes one toilet, and behind that there is a cherry blossom, 1,000 trees planted. So that is the area. Then next coming here, this is one circle inside, so people run, jog, and walk. So this is one circle which is around 800 meter. Okay, so this is zoom one. Next I will explain again. So basically, if you come to this slide, bigger slide, because this will be, let's say, this will be a indication for you. You easily finding location is this slide. Okay, then based on that, once you come to know in which group your kid is, for example, your kid is in group E, 1.5 kilometer, then here somewhere here, you have to gather. So we have volunteers for each group. 7 to 8 volunteers are there. They will be having a placard in their hand, displaying their group, like a group E, group K, group D, group A, something like that. So from far distance also you can see, and then you have to gather at that location. 8 a.m. is a reporting time. Okay, 8 a.m. is a reporting time. So based on this, groups locations you have to gather. Okay, once you gather there, uh, below 6 years, definitely the parents need to be there all the time with the kids. So your attendance will be marked there. If your payment is pending, then payment will be collected. And each group each group will be having a unique color code. Okay, and each participant will get the number on their chest. Means in the marathon we get the numbers, right? The similar number. So if someone is in group E, so E1, E2, E3, E4 will be assigned unique number to the each participant. and group E will have that the number we are displaying or printing, that will be pasted on a chest, and that paper will have a unique color. So maybe group E pink color, group K maybe yellow color. So it will be easy for you and our volunteers also to identify the kids in which group they are. Okay, so each group will have the unique color, and each participant will have the unique number. So that number will be also provided or informed to you tonight. Okay, uh, this is a basic. Then for the kids, okay, if below 6 years, parents will be there, so parents will take care. But let's say 1.5 kilometer, 6 to 9 years, or 2 kilometers also, 2 kilometers, 9 to 12 years also, not bigger kids. So we have to guide them also. So for them, let's say if they are in a group E, a group E color is a pink, they will have the number on a pink paper, and our volunteers will be also having a pink colored paper patch on their shoulder or their chest. So kids also can find out or identify which volunteer is for their group. Okay, this will be important to report attendance, then completing the race, then then getting the prize or snacks, whatever we have arranged. So it will be very easy for volunteers as well as kids to identify who are the volunteers and who are the kids in their particular group. So okay, this is a one thing. Again, repeating and requesting, please report at 8 a.m. Okay, 8 a.m. you have to be in your group. So we will be there in a group. Our volunteers will, as I mentioned, attendance, then payment collection, then basic instructions, and if still we have some time, then they will have some stretching or basic exercise. Okay, so imagine that these 10 11 groups are, okay, 10 11 groups are spread all over this circular path. Okay, you have to be there in your group. And here you can see the Shakasthan is our major gathering place. So once we are ready here to call everyone, then we will give a call to our volunteers for particular group, and then all the kids will walk in a line to Shakasthan. Okay, and they will form the lines here, so our volunteers will guide to them. Okay, when you are gathering in a group, then parents will be also there, and parents are also requested to join here for the shaka. Okay, so here shaka we will have again some common exercise and our prarthana and shaka dhwaj pranam we will have there. Okay, and once the shaka is finished, so basically for shaka all participants to be in one line, parents in another line. So let's say we have 11 groups, so there might be around 22 to 23 lines will be there. But again, this is a very ideal situation. Depending on the situation actual there, we will guide you, means our volunteers will guide you for the forming the lines. So we will have more than 500 people at together here for the shaka. So our shaka time, as per schedule, is around 8:20 to 8:25. So before that, you have to be in your group, complete your attendance, and be in your group. So I'm repeating, sorry for that. But if you miss the race because of reaching late or not being in a group, so we will not be responsible for that. So instruct to the kids, and I think I requested in the start also, but again I'm requesting, if the kids are there with you now, then ask them to listen or attend this call also, because there will be some information for the kids also what they have to, because once they are on a track, parents will not be there, so they have to follow the instructions, they have to follow the rules, and on what basis we are disqualifying or like that. So okay, so assembly points, then Shaka Stan, then we will have the Shaka. Okay, after Shaka, again, our volunteers will guide. Most probably, you will go back to your original assembly point where you met at 8 a.m. Most probably. Otherwise, our volunteers will guide if the place is different, or let's say immediate the race is going to start, then you will go on a track. So based on the volunteer instructions and their preparation, we will be guiding there. Okay, so this shaka, this will be around 20-25 minutes. We are trying. So first secretary from the embassy, he is going to attend the ball marathon tomorrow, and he will be flag off to some of the races. So we are trying to start at 9 o'clock exactly, first race. And the races, some races will be in a parallel, some races you may need to wait, just to avoid crowd on a track, and just to avoid the confusion for the volunteers of the kids. We are trying to take care the identification and the separation differentiation, but still there might be some confusion. So to avoid that, same age kids, we are trying to have a separate or different time race start. So is a one thing. Okay, so as of now, any query? Okay, I am going ahead, and if you have any query, just raise the hand, so we will attend it. So next comes is a okay. This is the same. If you are on a screen, this is the same Komatsugawa Park with some zoom. So let me explain. So again, here this is a Higashi-Ojima station on the left side. This is Arakawa River, bigger size, and this is a small river that goes through like UR and JKK, Higashi-Ojima station. This is the circle that I was talking, and around here we will be gathering. There is that slide. This is the road going to Funabori this side. This side is Ojima and Tokyo. So just to visualize. And these green lines between this park and this river, these green lines are our tracks for 2 kilometer, 3 kilometer, and 5 kilometer. So I will come to that. So just to have a bigger picture of the park, so this slide is there. So coming from Higashi-Ojima side, so nearest station is a Higashi-Ojima. If someone coming by the train, or I would say you follow the Google map, and you come there by bus options are there. Then parking, you can see one parking is here. Okay, another is here. It's not marked there, but it's there. Here is one parking. This one is also parking. Maybe just a minute. So if you are coming by car, then so this is a Komatsugawa Park. So one parking is here, one is here, and another one is here. So this is far away, but nearest are these three. So this one is also parking, I think so. Yeah, this is also parking. This is the nearest one, very near. If you see here, okay. So this was the information transport. This Google pin already there in Google form. We will share it again in WhatsApp group or email. Email, you will receive email also. All the participants will receive the email with the common instructions. Okay. Then race start points or okay. So this is the same circle, and this is for the display. The slide on a screen is for the 1.5 kilometer. Okay, 1.5 kilometer for below 6 years, as well as above 6 years, 6 to 9 years. So this, so whatever going to explain or informing now is for the 1.5 kilometer. As I mentioned, this side is the river, this side is the park, and these white colors are our running track actually. But on these tracks, 2 kilometer, 3 kilometer, and 5 kilometer race will be conducted on this side, river side. But 1.5 kilometers, 1.5 kilometer race will be conducted here inside. Okay, so this circle is a 800 meter. Complete one circle is a 800 meter. So what we are doing, here is a start point. Okay, earlier I mentioned here is our Shaka Sthan. Here we will have Shaka, and this is our start point. So for below 6 years, parents and kids in 1.5 kilometer group, they will start running here. Okay, completing the circle. Okay, so this is our finish point, but not immediate finish point. Okay, this distance is 100 meter. So if you complete one round here to here is a 700 meter. Then again you have to take one more round, which is a complete 800 meters. So 700 plus 800 is a 1.5 kilometer. So that's why we call it as a lap 1 and lap 2. Okay, so those who are in a 1.5 kilometer any group, again you have to start from here. Okay, our volunteers start from will give it signal, they will start the race from here, and they will come back to 100 meter behind here. Okay, so once you are running from this side and then coming back to here, you have to report. Okay, let's say you are in a group B. Okay, so B group starting volunteers started here, then came back here, so they are standing here, they are also monitoring you, and they don't know everyone name, so they are looking into the number, only number which is pasted on your chest. Okay, kids chest mainly, so they will mark. So we have I will give you one example. For example, this one. So here we have lap 1 and lap 2. So once you finish the 700 meter, then they will tick mark here. So that's why I am saying, once you start from here, complete one circle here, then you have to report, kind of like, let's say waving the hand or something, that I have completed one round. Don't stop, continue, and then if you complete, once you complete the second lap, then you have to again report here, and after that stop. Okay, so by any chance, if there is no tick to the lap 1, may be possible that one kid is very slow, that he is going to complete only one lap, and another kid is there very fast, he will complete two laps, and both are coming at the same time. So that time the one kid who is a slow, that will not have the tick here, but he will not be a winner. So I think you understand this point. So basically lap 1, marking a lap 1 and then completing lap 2 is a very important. So take the time taken and all those things our volunteer will take care, but at least you have to report here once you complete one lap and second lap also. Okay, then once you finish your race, be in a group again. Okay, there is a nearby, let's say this is a running track, or other people might be there, Japanese people also there. So beside the track you just take a race there, and be in a group. Okay, once our volunteer ensure that, okay, 23 kids were there in a one group, all 23 has completed and came back, then they will take 5 or 10 minutes to find out the winners. So by that time you all have to be in a group nearby there. Okay, once they find out the winners, and in the same group they will be having a prize distribution also. One is trophies for the winner, then medals for all the participants. There are some goodie bags from our sponsors to each participant, and there are some snacks from other sponsors. So that is also for each participant. So that you have to collect once you finish the race, the prize distribution will be. We will try someone from the sponsor or embassy will be attending the prize distribution, but not necessary. Means we cannot commit that. So our volunteers will take care of the prize distribution also. So once the prize distribution, so by the time during the running, or 8 o'clock when you meet and you are having exercise, all that time you can take the photos, videos, group photos. After finishing, there will be group photo. So everywhere, anytime you can take the photos, video. That is not a problem. One point that I told you, that shakha, when we 500 to 600, more than 500 600 people will be there in a gathering. So that time, don't try to take the photo. Our volunteer will take the photo, because the shaka for us is a very disciplined activity. So our one of the assigned volunteer will take the photo, and we will sharing all the original photos with you also. So during the shaka, please don't take any photo. During the gathering, during the race of your group, after finishing the race, yes, you are means you can take the photos, videos. Okay, so once you finish your race, your prize distribution is finished, and once our volunteer announce that okay, now you can disperse, so yes, you can disperse without waiting for any other group, because there will not be any common gathering again. Only shakha is the common gathering, that is for the 20-25 minutes. Otherwise, initial gathering point, then race, then the prize distributions, everything will be in your group only. So whatever 25-30 kids are there, so those group will be all the time together. So once the prize distribution is done, the race is finished. So whatever now I explained, this was again I'm explaining here. Here is a car parking. On this track, here is one toilet. Here is one toilet. Here is a drinking water tap is there just beside the slide. One more is here. The start and finish point nearby here is one drinking water tap is there. So general information for everyone: toilet, car parking, drinking water. Okay. As of now, for 1.5 kilometer, any query, any raised hand? No raised hand. Yes, Manish.
Sandeep, how long do you think it will take, like, for the 1.5 kilometers from the start till the price distribution and everything?
Okay. As I mentioned, sorry, is anything else there?
No, that's it.
Okay. So as I mentioned, we will be having different groups. Even 2 kilometer, 2 kilometer itself is having a three groups. 1.5 kilometer is itself having a three groups. 1.5 kilometer small kids like below 6 years, they are having a two groups. So all together we have 11 groups. Okay, 1.5 kilometer 5 groups, 2 kilometer 3, 3 kilometer 2, 5 kilometer 1. So altogether 11 groups are there, and we are trying to avoid too much crowd on the tracks. So some races will be parallel, like as I mentioned, 1.5 kilometer is inside here, and 2 kilometer 3 kilometer are there on the river side. So some races will be parallel going on, but 1.5 kilometer one by one, one by one. So one race as a our experience is max to max for 1.5 kilometers kids taking not more than 20 minutes. So within 20 minutes your race will be finished. So from the start point to finish point, or after a race finish, or every kids came back, then the prize distribution will take another 10 to 15 minutes. So one race may be like a 40 minutes, but depending on the starting point. Okay, so as I mentioned, we are trying to release the small kids as early as possible by finishing their races. So 1.5 kilometer inside, one by one. So tentative schedule we will share with you. Okay, but for example, on a screen you can see, but not necessary that it will be started on the same time. Okay, maybe, but that is also true that it will not be differ like a 1 hour or half an hour, maybe 5-10 minutes here and there by this time. And again, please cooperate if there is some mistake, or there is any like mismanagement, or like starting in a race, or because the challenge is we have volunteers and they are also participating. I mean, their kids are also participating. So some kids are less than 9, less less than 6 years also. So our volunteers also have to run with them, and like managing these everything. So around 310 kids are participating tomorrow. So it will be a very stressful job for our volunteers also. So please, miss, it's not don't stick to the time or anything what we are sending or committing. Okay, so
Sandeepji, I think just to answer Manishji's question. So Manishji,
uh,
more or less you can expect that in between 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Race shall finish along with the prize distribution. But as Sandeepji mentioned, there might be some unforeseen circumstances which might create some delay. So we might probably spill over a little bit beyond 11 a.m. But we are hopeful that we should be able to prep up before 11 a.m.
Yeah, that's clear. Thank you so much. Both.
thank you. So Okay, so 1.5 kilometer uh, inside here in the park only. Okay, so we are expecting means tomorrow weather is really very good. Weather is there. Uh, Sakura mostly is already gone, so less crowd will be there. But still, we will have our every year that the way we do in a disciplined way for the kids and the parents. The common instruction is that we have to follow the discipline, not blocking the roads or the running tracks. Be inside the park. Inside the park nobody is going to stop you. Be in a groups, come with mats, so it's completely okay. Okay, so this is for the 1.5 kilometer. I am repeating again that you have to complete almost 2 rounds of this circle. Okay, except this 100 meter. Okay, hopefully 1.5 kilometer is okay. I'm moving to next group. Next is a 2 kilometer. Then 2 kilometer race will be conducted here on the river side. Okay, so 2 kilometer is a straight race. 1 kilometer straight race. So, for example, this is so again we will share this one. Which group start point is where, finish point is where. So, group wise that we will share with you email and in WhatsApp group. This we can take it as an example again. So this is the Komatsugawa Park that we saw. This is Higashiyojima Station. This is a river and this is a riverside track. So we are taking kids, 2 kilometer kids here. This is a start point and finish point. So along the river, 1 kilometer straight run will be there. Okay. On 1 kilometer distance, our volunteers will be there. They will be having a placard, or they will again the same thing that a unique color code will be there. Let's say kids are having yellow color numbers or mark on their chest, then the volunteers here will be having the yellow color patch, and basically volunteers understand because they know that yellow color kids are in their group. So then they will ask kids to go back from here. This is the return point. Okay, so 1 kilometer straight run, then 1 kilometer again they have to run back. So start point and finish point is the same. So where they're starting, there they have to finish. For 2 kilometers, the volunteers standing here, they will be marking the half distance tick mark. 1.5 kilometer there was a lap one, but here we will be having the half distance tick mark. So for example, this one. Okay, so half distance. So kid, there is a no bypass, there is a no return before half distance. If we don't find the tick mark here, and if that kid comes as a winner, then we will disqualify that kid. Okay, so kids have to start from here, go to the half distance point. Okay, so basically kids have to keep on running unless until our volunteers are asking to go back return point. They will be holding a return point like this one also. Okay, 3 kilometer, sorry, 3 kilometer, 2 kilometer return point. So this kind of placard or board they will be holding in a hand. Then kids can understand from there they have to return and again run for 1 kilometer return and then complete the race. So this is for the 2 kilometer alongside the river. So what we are planning now, for example, here is a one start point. Kids are running in this direction. So this direction is I can say Nishikasai side. Okay. Some groups are running in a opposite side. For example, here. Okay. This can be the another 2 kilometer group. The start and finish point is the same. Earlier group was running in this direction, but this group will run in this direction. So that one also we will share with you. Okay, so basically assembly point is important, then rest is our volunteers are taking care in which direction they have to run. So again same here, on 1 kilometer our volunteers will be standing and they will ask to return, come back here, finish. So start point and finish point, start point and sorry. Okay, so start point and end point, finish point will be same. Okay, this is for all. 2 kilometer, 3 kilometer, and 5 kilometer. 2 kilometer race, 1 kilometer straight run, return 1 kilometer, total 2 kilometer. 3 kilometer, 1.5 kilometer straight run. This one, okay. This is for 3 kilometer. 1 kilometer, 1.5 kilometer straight run, return back, start point, finish point, same. So altogether is a 3 kilometer. 5 kilometer also same. Start point, finish point is the same. You have to run 2.5 kilometer in one direction. Our volunteers will ask you to return, come back, and finish your race. So river side 2 kilometer, 3 kilometer, 5 kilometer, same concept. Okay. Just you have to focus on the volunteers or our group or the placard, like 2 kilometer return point, 3 kilometer return point, and 5 kilometer return point. So that you have to see. You have to ask in our volunteer to tick mark my half distance. So inform this to your kids that half distance they have to inform the volunteers to tick mark, like this half distance tick mark. 3 kilometer also same half distance, and 5 kilometers also. Okay. So as of now, any query?
Hi, Sandeep. One question. Sorry if I missed it. सिर्फ ये पूछना था कि if my daughter would be running, so I am also participating with her. So whether we would be running together या फिर different adults and kids would be running separately.
So your daughter is below 6 year?
No, she is 10 years.
No. Okay. Parents are allowed to run with the kids only for the 6 years and below.
Okay.
Okay. For others, you can stand like for example, this is a 2 kilometer, right? Okay. So you know the start point, finish point, and parents can stand somewhere here below this bridge, or if it is too hot, then in a shadow you can stay below the tree. But you are not allowed to run, not even on a bicycle also. Okay, you no need to help them or support them. If anything is there, our volunteers will take care. We will be having the first aid box, or volunteers will be having water bottles also. But it's not like immediately available. But yes, you no need to come on a track on a bicycle or running or walking, please, because this side river side is always crowded with bicycles, racing bicycles also. Japanese people are running there. So on this track cycles and running, jogging is allowed, so it's crowded. So please take care, we don't be on a track. But yes, beside the track, on this here is a hill kind of area is there. There you can stay, take the videos, photos. Yes. So
Understood.
yeah. So taking, for example, our assembly point, on the screen you can see our assembly point was here, and the start point is here. So taking kids to the start point, then after finishing bringing back to here, our volunteers will take care, so should not be a problem.
Okay. Understood.
And
for
as I mentioned, one point, sorry.
So for 10 years as well, they have to reach by 8 o'clock, right?
Everyone has to reach 8 o'clock, because we will be having the common gathering, then attendance. Don't miss the attendance. And as I mentioned, 1.5 kilometer all will be the inside. So here there is a more space to stay, like staying on the grass here or something like this.
Right.
Please inform or please instruct to your kids, the bypass is not allowed. Okay. For 2 kilometer, 3 kilometer, 5 kilometer, we have the straight run. They have to complete the half distance. So then we know that there is no bypass. But for 1.5 kilometer, there is a possibility that kids coming most probably from this toilet to, they take a shortcut like this. Our volunteers will be here. If they found, okay, if someone is taking a bypass or shortcut, then that kid will be disqualified. Even that is a winner or miss, that kid will not get participation medal also. So rule, see, we are doing it in very big numbers. So rules are equal for everyone. So please ask your kids to follow the rules. 1.5 kilo below 6 or below 9 years are very small kids, and they are very honest. But for still, don't take any shortcuts. For 2 kilometer, 3 kilometer or bigger elder kids, major problem is hitting each other, making a obstacle within, because it's a coincidentally, or let's say it's because of age group. Most of the kids are knowing each other. Maybe they are in the same class, maybe definitely in the same school or same class, same division, living together, so they know each other. So we had some incidents that trying to push while running, or bullying also we observed. So please instruct your kids. So anyone found like that, and if we have the evidence, then that kill will be disqualified for the participation also. It's very serious. You see, so we are in a Japan, and we are setting some examples like this, having this kind of bigger gathering and activity for the kids that we are running for almost 10 years. So we don't want to take any blames for this. So we have to show that discipline. We have to show that our unity and discipline. So please instruct your kids. Fair. Everyone should be fair with each other. In some groups, girls and boys are running together. So that also everyone has to take care. And uh, winner's point of view, okay, winner's point of view is very important instructions for all the parents. Okay, as we mentioned, we have applied some basic rules and form the groups. So sometimes we have to find out the winners based on the gender, also based on the number of kids running in that particular group. So adult category, 5 kilometer, all are running together, male and female, all are running together, and in that we will be having a 3 male winner and 3 female winner. So first 3 male, first 3 female in a 5 kilometer category. Okay, 1.5 kilometer, small kids running with the parents. So in one group, many kids are there. So that's why what we are doing, same rule there, 3 boys winner, 3 girls winners. Both 1.5 kilometer uh, parents. Okay, parents वाला जो group है. So again I'm repeating, the below 6 year, even we say below 6 years, there are some kids starting from the 1.5 years also. So what we did, we find out the midway, there were around 80 entries. So 40 kids we found, those are less than 4.8 years or 4.9 years. So we have kept them in a one group. So 1.5 kilometer to 4.9 kilometer age is a one group, irrespective of boys and girls. Then 4.9 age to 6 years, another group is there. Around 37, 38 kids are there. So that's why I said, even though we call it as a below 6 years, we have two subgroups based on the age. Criteria is a age. So for that, those below 6 years kids, two groups will be there. In both the groups, 3 male, 3 female, 3 male, 3 female winners will be there. Okay, just to inspire the kids, or big group is there. So you can understand what are the rules we are applying for that. 1.5 kilometer individual run. Okay, means those kids falling in 6 to 9 years. Okay, these groups are a mix of girls and boys. Okay, and only 3 winners will be there, not gender based, not boys and not girls. Okay, if first 3 are girls, then those 3 will be the winner. If first 3 are boys, only 3, those 3 will be the winner. So this is applicable for 1.5 kilometer individual run, 6 to 9 years, and 2 kilometer also, 2 kilometer 9 to 12 years. Okay, so please understand this one, because number of kids are also less there. We have formed different groups again. When we say 6 to 9, 6 to 7 is a one group, 7 to 8 is a one group, and 8 to 9 is a one group. So age wise competition and to keep it competitive or fair competition, we have made subgroups also and kept less kids there. 3 kilometer, we have two groups. Okay, so in one group all are boys. Okay, and there only three winners will be there, first three. And another 3 kilometer group is a mix of boys and girls, and there will be three boys and three girls winners. Okay, just to manage, we can say we have divided equally boys in two groups and just added girls in one group to have our volunteers proper management. So basically it's a kind of a three groups. One is a females, two are of boys, and again that those boys are based on the age. So once we share the details, as I said, in which group your kid is, you will come to know that how we have made this. So again, 3 kilometer, one purely boys group is there. So in that only three winners will be there, three boys. But one group will be a mix of girls and boys. That will be having the three boys winners, three girls winners. Okay, so winners point of view, last year might have a different, this year will be a completely different. Last year might have your kid was in a 2 kilometer group and there might be three girls and three boys winner, but not applicable for this year also. We have changed that based on the number of participants. Okay, so this please understand this point, and this one also we will share with you, in which group two winners will be there, three winners will be there, and in which group six winners will be there. So this is one basic important. Coming back to okay, as of now, any query or any, hello?
Sandeep ji,
Yes, Sandeep ji,
continue. Rohan ji,
you continue.
Rohan
Queries are
ji.
there or coming on the chat, and I'm answering on the chat, so you can continue.
Okay. So let me repeat some basic instructions again. Again, that will be also shared with you. So basically, each and everything we are trying to keep it informed to all the parents and all the kids. So joining or reading the WhatsApp group messages, emails, or this kind of meeting, then we have now completely recorded on YouTube. So if someone is missing, and then it's their fault, because we are trying to make it more and more transparent and informative to all of you to have the proper management. So please reach there by 8 a.m. Be in your group. Assembly points will be shared with you. Okay. Water bottles. It will be very difficult for us to manage this, but emergency we will be having some water bottles, though with volunteers who are running on the track. But carry your own bottles or energy drinks if you want. Okay. uh, 8 a.m. is reporting time, so the food and having breakfast, that we are not going to instruct anything. Okay, we will not be responsible if you miss the race because of delay in reaching or missing the group. Okay, uh, let me read because it's written and then we will share with you. So you have to assemble at the particular location as per your group. Okay, markup we will share the map. Then once you reach the venue, you have to give the attendance first. That is very important to our volunteers. Okay, if your name is not found, then you can check the age group also there, or the PDF we are going to share. So you can see. So today itself or tomorrow early morning, you just find out your kid's name in a particular group. Okay, and inform to your kid that in which group. So alphabetically groups are there. Do not forget to mark your attendance with volunteers. It's done. Registration fee. So we try to collect it in advance to avoid time loss of time tomorrow. But some people there that don't have the pepe or living far away from here. So, but very less are there. So if you have not paid, then please pay the registration fee there. Try to get change 500 coin. Then, as I mentioned, drinking water and energy drink. Then disciplinary, don't block the roads. If you are coming by the bicycles, we are trying to mark. We are trying to dedicate some place there to park the bicycles. Don't park randomly. So it will be very good opportunity for all of us to show our discipline. So the bicycles, I think there will be some marking for the sakura. Because of sakura there was some parking marking was there, but I don't know whether it is there or not. But if it is not there, then we will be parking somewhere here. Shakasthan, like this one is a running track. So here are the tree area. Not sorry, here are the tree area. So the flower plantation is done then, right? So beside that, we can lie in the line. We can park our bicycles. So you will come to know, because we will be reaching there before you. So our bicycles will be there, and then you can see. Okay. Then yes, don't block the running track or joggers, or yes, be in the park. And then races, that I explain, and then we will be sharing that with you also. No shortcuts. Again, repeating. No shortcuts. Half distance completion mark is required. On the spot. On the spot entry. Okay. All mostly all have registered in advance, then paid the fees and followed the rules. But if there is any on the spot entry, I'm not talking about the on the spot payment. Okay, on the spot entry is there, and that kid will not be entitled for the winner. Means even if that kid comes first, second, or third, we will not announce that kid as a winner. Participation certificate, digital certificate, that we can give it later to that kid. Participation medal we cannot ensure now, because it depend on if any cancellations are there and the medals are there in a spare, then only on the spot entry kid will get medal, but we are not committing that one. Okay. uh, then other minor things like the clothes and temperature and all those things, you have to take care with your own presence of mind. Okay. Mm, once you gather at 8 a.m, once you gather to your assembly point in your group, ensure that you got the bib number means the number that is going to be pasted. It's a sticker. Okay, it's a sticker. It will be pasted on your chest, means participants chest. Ensure that number is matching with the number in the list with our volunteer. Let's say if your kid's number is H11 and XYZ name is there. So you have to check that H11 is the same name in the sheet, because winners, as I mentioned earlier also, we don't know the names. Our volunteers don't know the names. We know the only this identification number. So please ensure that your name and your number are matching, which number you are getting on the chest. Winners we will share with you. Already I have shared with you that 3 kilometer girls boys group separate gender wise winners, 5 kilometer gender wise winner, and small kids will be having the gender wise winners. Rest 1.5 kilometer and 2 kilometer will be a straightforward, irrespective of gender. 3 winners will be there. What you will get, winners will get the trophy, winner medal like gold, bronze, silver, and each participant will get the participation medal. Then we have some goodie bags for sponsors that you will get at the end of the during the prize distribution, end of the race. We are having some snacks items that will be also provided in a groups, particular group. Our group volunteers will provide to you. It is only for the participants. For example, 1.5 kilometer below 6 years, if kid and father is running, then the only kids will get that snacks item. So I think it's understood. Then yes, please instruct to your kids. Sportsman's spirit is very important, and bullying or hitting or colliding, I means intentionally colliding or trying to disturb the other participants, So definitely means you example your kid group are in a yellow group, yellow color group. So not necessary that only yellow patch volunteers are monitoring you. There are many volunteers are there, those are monitoring for these kind of things also, like a indisciplined behavior or apart from that safety. And then if someone is need any help, so other volunteers will be also there without any color code. So if someone is found and then disqualified, and again if it is something serious, then we have to take the action also. So please instruct to your kids, irrespective of their age. So instruct to your all kids. Okay. It's better miss, if you are regularly going to shakha, or if you are having a HSS t-shirt, then you can wear it. Otherwise any suitable comfortable clothes are okay. I think Rohanji, Kaji, Mukeji, कौन कौन
Yeah,
है call
a
में?
couple of things. So,
Yes.
like if for the kids with whom parents will not be accompanying, please give your phone number to your kid in case if after the distribution ceremony you are not there. So we need to ensure that we contact you and we hand over the kid to you, because in order for the every children's safety, it will be good if you can provide your phone number to your children. And second thing is for the 1.5 kilometer groups, as we are seeing the finishing line, please avoid standing at the finishing line. You can definitely stand before the finishing line. You can see the arch, around the arch, wherever the available space is, not on the track but on the sideway track, you can stand over there. On the finishing line, please let only volunteers stand over there, because volunteer need to clearly see which group kid are finishing the line at what point of time and when they are finishing the lap. They will also be taking the videos. So it is very important that finishing point will be left only for the volunteers. You can definitely stand before the finishing point, but please leave the finishing point space, both tracks left side and right side, for the volunteers who will be doing the timekeeping as well as taking the videos. And one more thing, although it's everybody is already registered, but just to reiterate, on spot entries, there will not be any medals, trophies, or any other goodies. Most of the questions have been answered on the chat, but if there are any questions, you can raise your hand now, or you can unmute yourself and ask, or you can put it on the chat.
Rohanji, maybe last point you may cover, related to this medical emergency kit. We'll have
First aid, right?
dedicated resource to check you.
Yes.
First aid.
Yes. So yeah, there will be 4 first aid kits. Two, as mentioned on the chat also, there will be 2 volunteers on bicycles who will be having first aid kits on the 2 kilometer, 5 kilometer track. And we will also be having one first aid track at the start line inside the ground for 1.5 kilometers. And we will be having also one first aid unit available at the starting point of the riverside track. Okay. Sandeep, you will be sending the list tonight, right? Like, so that parents can easily identify which group their kids belongs to,
Yes, yes, yes.
whether it is group A, group B, group C, group D.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. And
After this meeting, maybe within 1 hour, I will say.
right. And another important point is like, please ensure that you have saved the name and the number of your group coordinator. Group coordinators are the one whom you have paid the registration fee through the PayPay, or you might have received their name in the emails. Yeah, it will be sent on the WhatsApp group. Yeah, the same WhatsApp group that we have. Sandeep ji will be sending the list in the WhatsApp group. But as far as group coordinator name is concerned, you must already be having it because you must have paid the registration fee to the group coordinator through PayPay, and so you must also be having their phone number.
Okay, one more thing I think we missed or not informed. After this meeting, let's say your kid is in H group, then parents will be added to the H group. Means another WhatsApp subgroup will be there. So that will be very easy for you also and our volunteers also. Sometimes, just last point that Ronson now told, that the person you have paid, because after receiving the entries, then we have formed the groups. So it's not 100%, we cannot say that the person who have paid, means to whom you have paid, is your coordinator. So that coordinator, the group in which you are going to, means we are adding you, that group's admins are your coordinators basically. Okay, we have one WhatsApp groups, very big group, 400 500 people are there. Apart from that, we are going to create another subgroups in which your kid is. So only those parents will be added to that group, and that group's admin is your, are your coordinators. In description also, we will try to give the details of the all the coordinators and the volunteers. 7 or 8 are there. So yes, so after this meeting or late night today, you can expect the group, and in that group only, in that group we will share that, let's say we have a WhatsApp group of H, then who are the kids in the H, that list will be also displayed or sent in that group. Yes, निशित जी, अच्छा, ओके, क्वेरीज ले रहे हैं वहां से. आई हैव टू किड्स.
So Sandeep, there is a the request from Nishitji that there's two kids, 5 years old and 3 years old. So it would be good if both the kids can belong to the same group, because the parents has to run with both the kids.
But okay, now as I mentioned, one is a 3 years and one is a 5 years. So definitely those both kids are in a different groups. So with one father has to run, one with mother has to run is one thing, and another thing, adding in a group, we will keep it open. You can add your spouse in your that WhatsApp group. Said we will keep it open. We will not restrict that. Is that okay? Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
So yeah, if you can come before 8 a.m., that will be more than welcome, and it will be great if some of you can also help us in volunteering the race. It is a very big event, and it cannot be possible with everyone's support and cooperation. So we really look forward to all the parents, their support and cooperation. Together we can make it successful. All the volunteers have been putting a lot of energy for more than a month. Almost every other day there has been some calls and discussions on the back door. But again, given that we are all human beings, we may still unintentionally might do some error, might make some mistake. So please forgive us in advance, and looking forward to your support and cooperation. Thank you.
We all are host. Nobody is a guest. Okay. Thank you so much, and
Yeah.
be cooperative. Ask your kids to cooperate tomorrow, and if anything is not there, then we will close the meeting. Or anything is there, you can post in a WhatsApp group also. Sorry, WhatsApp group is now closed, but now we will open for all the participants also, bigger WhatsApp group also, so that you can ask the queries there.
Thank you. Thank you, Sandeep.
Thank you.
Good night.